Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special episode here because you are my top tier supporters. You are getting a subclass for the month, and that's one of the reasons why you backed at such a high level, and I really appreciate it. So we are looking at my newest subclass creation, and this one is for the Barbarian. I have a few others, I'm going to cover those in future episodes, but I wanted to get this one out right now because it's fresh and it's new. Hopefully no one's covered it before. I haven't really looked around, and I just wanted to get this out into the world because I think it's a fun aspect for the Barbarian. And as you're reading right now, you'll see the name, the Path of the Pack Barbarian. So what's the deal with this? Well, as you can see here, you get a pet if you play a Barbarian and you get to level 3 and you pick this path. You get a pet called the Rage Beast. So Barbarians who follow the path of the pack channel their fury into primal manifestations of bestial rage. When they rage, a spectral beast tears itself free from their soul. A companion that embodies their wrath hunts alongside them and grows into a second alpha as their power deepens. So this was the idea that came to me, was that the Barbarian gets so angry that their rage manifests into a pet class, which I think is really fascinating and quite interesting as a subclass for Barbarians, because, like I said before, as far as I'm aware, no one has done this yet. Like I said, also I haven't really researched, so we'll see what happens. But in any event, let's go ahead and start covering the different features you get. So the Path of the Pack here. We have Manifest Rage and Protect the Pack at level 3 features. So for level 3, Manifest Rage Beast is pretty self-explanatory. When you enter a rage, you summon a manifestation of your fury in the form of a Rage Beast. The beast appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within 10 feet of you. The Rage Beast lasts until your rage ends or until it is reduced to 0 hit points. You may choose its form when it manifests: land, air, or water, sea, whichever. I'll have to clean that up because I'm pretty sure I used C over here in the stats. You can change the form each time you rage. So similar to, I think it's like the Tasha's Beastmaster version, you can always change the form you need on the fly. You're not stuck with one type of Rage Beast. The Rage Beast acts before or after your turn. On your turn, you may use a bonus action to command it to take the attack, dash, disengage, or help action. If you do not command it, the beast takes the dodge action. This part I may change after maybe doing some prototyping. I'll take a look with your feedback. Maybe we can decide if this is a good use of the bonus action. In some cases, besides raging out, the Barbarian doesn't necessarily have a use for their bonus action. So this could be a great way for the subclass to use it, unless you're a dual-wielding Barbarian, but in that case you probably wouldn't want to be a dual wielder. You'd want to have a two-handed weapon to go along with this subclass. After that, we also have Protect the Pack. So if a creature hits your Rage Beast with an attack while you are raging, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature. I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between this one because I like the idea of hitting the target that hit your Rage Beast, but if you're not close enough to that, maybe you send your Rage Beast off to a different target to help out one of your other party members. This could be a good way to just attack the one that's in front of you, because then something hit your Rage Beast, over here, and you're over there. Maybe the Rage Beast gets hit and you get so angry that you just attack what's in front of you with your reaction, and then that gets you quicker to your Rage Beast to help out. In any event, the idea right now is to just attack the creature that attacked your Rage Beast. We can, with your help, we can decide if that's plenty feasible or not. At level 7, now this is for Tales of the Valiant, or level 6 for 5th edition, we have Instinctive Bond, and what this does is that your Rage Beast remains for 1 hour after your rage ends, and its essence lingers in your soul. So what's this saying is that now, instead of your Rage Beast just disappearing after your rage ends, it now hangs around for an hour, and you can use it like a hunter pet or any other pet class, primarily, ranger, not hunter. I'm thinking World of Warcraft terms. And then on top of that, when your Rage Beast isn't out, its essence lingers, and you can use it in a variety of different ways. So the first two things are pretty standard stuff. You end up getting advantage on wisdom perception checks and survival checks. So the Rage Beast's senses are kind of stuck inside of you, and now you have advantage rather than maybe proficiency bonus or becoming an expert. If this seems to be too OP for out of combat experiences, we can switch that back to expert rather than advantage, because advantage can be really swingy, depending on how it works out. And then after that, once per long rest, you can briefly call forth your spectral echo of your Rage Beast outside of your rage. The beast appears within 30 feet of you and lasts for 1 minute. While manifested in this way, the beast can move up to 30 feet on your turn. No action required. Of course, this would be during exploration rounds, not necessarily during combat. You can perceive through the beast's senses as if it were in your space, and the beast cannot attack or physically interact with the world, though it may growl, circle, or leave spectral tracks. I like the idea of this. It's fun. It's kind of like turning the Rage Beast into a familiar almost for a very short time, for 1 minute. So it can do some scouting basically, and then you can see through the Rage Beast's eyes and kind of get a sense of what's going on in the world around you for that minute. And again, it's also once per long rest. If this seems more useful, maybe we can do it once per short rest. Initially the idea was long rest because this could be a really powerful feature. Also, I might have to add in some rules now that I'm talking about it out loud, because I've just been kind of thinking about it on paper, that since it's a spectral echo, maybe it can pass through limited walls. Maybe so much stone, so much metal, so much lead, and so forth. Or it can just astrally move, like some creatures and abilities can. So let's talk about the Rage Beast itself. This is pretty self-explanatory. Some of the stuff is a little stronger because the Rage Beast isn't out all the time, like a ranger's pet generally is, like with the Drake Warden or the Beastmaster or any other pet classes that are out there. So we have 13 AC plus your proficiency bonus from the Barbarian. So as the Barbarian levels up, the Rage Beast gets a small quarter level up as well as the proficiency bonus increases. And then in this case, we get more hit points. Not a lot. It's basically the average of the Barbarian almost. The average for Barbarian hit points is actually, no, it is 7. So yeah, it's base 7 plus 7 times your Barbarian level. So at level 3, when you get the Rage Beast, this will be 28 hit points roughly. Starting, and then it will gain 7 hit points every time you level up. And then we have Perception and Stealth. Those are Tales of the Valiant versions that are very important. It's 12 plus your proficiency bonus. You have your speeds here for 40 feet on land, 20 feet moving, or 40 foot flying on air. Might make that a little faster now that I'm thinking about it, although depends on how big of a creature technically you could make. Since we have it set to medium, 40 is probably fine. And then we also have swim speed of 40. Technically, I should probably add in like a 0 for movement, or maybe 5 foot on land, to show this is a sea creature and should only be moving very slowly, like an octopus or something. After that, we have other various things, like it understands your language. You can see 60 feet of dark vision. It has ferocity, which means if the beast moves in beast form or land form, it moves at least 20 feet forward, it can basically knock a creature prone with a strength save. We also have the dive strike for flying or sky form. This adds more damage because at the moment the talon strikes only do 2d4 points of damage, but if you have the creature basically swooping in to attack, it will get an extra 1d4 of damage, bringing it up to 3d4. And then we have the drag under for the sea, which is just a grapple. So these are the different traits for your Rage Beast. And then we have the 3 different types of attacks for each of the forms. You get a choice of piercing or slashing with your land beast, 2d6 plus proficiency bonus for damage, and then your melee attack is 2 plus your proficiency bonus to hit, so your strength or dex plus your proficiency bonus, which will go up over time. Talon is straight up piercing, or excuse me, slashing. That's 2d4. Of course, it's weaker technically because the flying pets have the advantage of flying, so their damage is going to be a little lower, but as we saw before with the dive strike, it can increase a little bit there. And then we also have the bite for our sea creature. The bite is stronger because technically, unless you have a full-fledged ocean campaign game, you're probably not going to be seeing a lot of water usage out of the sea beast here. A little extra damage isn't going to be too overpowering for this extra area. And in fact, if you happen to go to the sea, you'll have a little bit of a benefit there, having a slightly stronger sea rage beast, or rage beast sea variant, however you want to say it. So that's the stat block for your rage beast. And we will go and move on to Pack Instincts. So this feature for 11th level Tales of the Valiant or 10th level for 5th edition gets more into the thematic nature of the Path of the Pack Barbarian. So at this level, your bond with your Rage Beast improves and remains for 8 hours after your rage ends. So now you get your Rage Beast for quite a long time. No reading ahead either, please. While your Rage Beast is present, you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you or the beast have advantage on initiative rolls and can't be surprised while conscious. So now anyone really close to you and your beast are acting like a pack, and you're always, I don't want to say on edge, but you're always aware of your surroundings, and you're able to really get into that sense of working together and not always being on alert, waiting for the next thing to jump out at you from the shadows or whatnot. And then lastly, when you hit a creature with a melee attack while your Rage Beast is within 10 feet of it, you can choose one ally you can see, or who can see the target. That ally can use their reaction to make one weapon attack against the same creature. So again, this is the whole Path of the Pack, adding in your group members to help out as if they were also pack members too. So, you target one and then the ally gets a reaction to jump on that same target, be it a ranged source, magical ranged source, however they can attack. As long as they can do it with their reaction, then you are acting like a pack. And then lastly, for level 15th Tales of the Valiant or 14th 5th edition, we have Twin Alphas. Your Rage Beast becomes a true equal, a second alpha standing at your side. The Rage Beast is now a permanent companion. It manifests at the start of each day and remains until destroyed or dismissed. It still vanishes if you are reduced to 0 hit points. Basically, what happens if your Rage Beast is defeated, because it doesn't supersede the original rules from 3rd level, you can still manifest your Rage Beast if you rage again and your pet is gone. I know that it's not there in the wording, but that's the rules as intended, basically, the rye, not the raw. So this is my word to you. If your DM or GM is kind of giving you a hassle like, oh, it's supposed to be permanent, but now it's dead, revert back to the 3rd level that says when you rage and you don't have a Rage Beast out, you manifest one. And then on top of that, you can change the form as well when you re-rage or you go into the rage after your pet has basically died for whatever reason. Also, while you are raging, the beast makes 2 attacks when it takes the attack action. You may add your rage damage bonus to these attacks. So the Rage Beast is going to be doing a little bit more damage, which is really great, especially for 14th or 15th level. We're getting into endgame territory here, so we need to be doing a lot of extra damage, and if the pet was only doing 1 attack at this point, the pet would be severely outclassed by the Barbarian itself and other classes like Rogues or, Smitedins, Sorcedins, all the crazy combinations that are out there. This is a way to help get the Barbarian and the pet to be doing more damage and staying competitive at this level of the game. And then finally, we have once per rage from the Twin Alphas. When both you and your Rage Beast hit the same creature with a melee weapon attack during your turn, melee weapon attack being a bite, a talon, a bash from the beast, The target must succeed on a con save or be stunned until the start of your next turn. It's a nice feature. I like that. I think it's kind of fun. It shows like the real like unification and the just the fact that your characters, you and your pet are so in sync that they strike at the same time. It's such a massive blow that it can stun a creature for a round. If this once per rage seems to be very limited, we can look at maybe proficiency bonus times per round, or per short rest, I should say, not per round. Although that might still factor into the same amount as per rage. So if this seems to be too limiting, we can look into other ways of making this better. But for the time being, I'm pretty confident that this will be a fun subclass to play as a barbarian. And I hope you enjoy it too. So please get out there, encourage someone to try it out. I actually have 2 other custom subclasses that are being used right now. I know 3 actually. I'm playing one, or I was playing one in a friend's game. And I say was because things have changed due to work-related stuff. And my one Friday night game that I run with a bunch of players, they are both playing a custom class from there as well. I'll get into those later when I premiere them as videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and being a member at this tier. It is greatly appreciated. You have no idea how much this means to me that you have decided to back at this level. And I hope you enjoy using this subclass, all of the custom monsters that I have available, and all the videos that I put out to help educate you to make better game decisions and run better encounters with your monsters. So thank you all so much for watching, for backing, and I'll see you in the next video.